So, fellas, I'm proud of you that you went after it. You had them uncomfortable in moments in the first half. You did. I'm not bullshitting you. You did. With the ball, against the ball, and we move on. Because on Sunday, right, we've made it to the last day. Yaps. The tournament started a while ago. We'll be playing on the last day. We're playing for a Champions League spot. We win the game, we're in Champions League. So for that, guys, listen, don't hang your heads. Don't. Guys, we put yourselves out there and we put ourselves in the I'm proud of you. I love this team. I love this team. I love this team. All right, guys. Keep your heads up. We'll get out of here. We're going after a Champions League spot on Sunday. We're going to make some noise. We're going after it.
A lot of love for the Colorado Rapids this year after an incredible run in the Leagues Cup tournament going all the way to the semifinals. The Rapids are now playing in the third place game on Sunday. Head coach Chris Armas congratulating his team there. They were ranked 46th out of 47 in this tournament. And hey, here are the Colorado Rapids sitting here potentially getting third place, a coveted Champions League spot. With me right now is the head of the supporters group, Centennial 38. We're going to talk about this trophy in just a minute. But first of all, let's talk about what Centennial 38 is, what they mean to the Rapids.
Jeff, yeah, so Centennial 38 is a supporters group for the Colorado Rapids. It's an all-volunteer organization. We all donate and sacrifice our time to support the club and support this community we've built. It's a little different in proper football, soccer, as we want to call it here in the States. It's an organized fan base that's built up, structured and built up to where we do, on game days we'll do 3-hour tailgates, which I know you've been out to, where we, live music, we feed everybody, there's libations of all types, and we get ramped up, then go into the games, and we do not sit. We stand, we cheer, we sing, we wave flags. We do everything we can to cheer the boys on. And support this club and this badge that we love so much.
There have been a handful of good years in the past decade or so, but I think a lot of people came in this year with pretty low expectations, but now we've got this trophy sitting in front of us, this run in the Leagues Cup. It's really been a remarkable season for the Rapids so far, right?
I mean, the run in the Leagues Cup, as you mentioned, going from, being the 46th seed out of 47 to finishing in the top 4 is unbelievable. It's house money. On top of the fact that we're sitting 4th in the table, which is an upper playoff spot, possibly set up to host a home playoff game for a team that was literally on the mat last year, which unfortunately was probably one of the worst years we've had in a while. The nice thing about that is seeing all the people that gave up on this team coming back a little bit hat in hand to come celebrate with us, but happy to have them.
You've got to be seeing that energy, right? A lot of people showing up. I was at a game just a couple weeks ago, and huge crowds. A lot of people are starting to get behind this team.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you have a Monday night game against a Liga Mecca team and you still drew 15,000 is a sign in an 18,000 seat stadium. We couldn't normally do that with regular league play, even in some of our best years. The energy's up there. A lot of it comes down, it's top down. The front office has done a good job of, I think, reconnecting with the supporters and the fan base after last year. The Chris Armas hire, which I think a lot of people met with skepticism, but on day one, he's reaching out to the fan base, the supporters, to get out and meet him and press the flesh and introduce himself. He's a high energy, high positive guy that you can see in any clip with him. Absolutely wonderful to talk to. So it's really re-energized the base. But the best remedy for any illness in sports is winning, and he's delivering on that. And it's not just winning; it's winning with style. Our shots on goal, we're scoring. It's not something we're really used to. We're usually, especially last year, we were pretty apathetic in that department. We've already surpassed our goal total last year a month ago.
So we've talked about this successful season. Let's talk about this trophy sitting in front of us. This is one sign of what's been going on. What is this? How are you in the hands of this right now?
Well, yeah, so the Rocky Mountain Cup, in soccer, there's always these derbies, these rivalries. And the fans, our arch rival is that team on the other side of the Rockies. We don't need to mention them by name. But they play in Sandy. We'll just refer to them as that.
But
Sandy,
this is something we see a lot in college football, where maybe two teams will play for a golden boot or a cowboy hat or something. And this is our version in the soccer world here in the Rocky Mountains.
It's like the Rocky, it's like the Buffs and CSU. Don't ask me right now which side I'm on because I don't want to alienate the audience, but definitely on one of them. But no, so the Rocky Mountain Cup, it's 100% supporter created. It's a cup that's handed off between our supporters group and the supporters group of the opposing team in Utah, and it's a derby. It's a rivalry. It's on total points. So a win gets you 3 points, a draw gets you 1, a loss gets you 0, and goal differential can come into play on that. What's great about it is now with the offset schedule, there's three matches, and when you go into the season and 2 of those matches are away, and we don't traditionally show up really well in Sandy, we had those 2 away this year, and we went in and knocked them in the jaw. Got the 3 points in the first game. In the second game, we were up 2-0. Unfortunately, it unraveled. It ended up being a classic match, but we were on the wrong side of it. And then we got home. We go down a goal. It looks like all is lost, and then we pull it out late to win it. And sometimes it's more fun to win coming from behind than it is leading the whole way. It's not really good for the heart rate, but it made it so much, added so much excitement. And then so with that, we get the cup back. The team that is in possession of it gets to put their ribbons on it. My favorite thing in the world is when you get to rip those other colors off and put ours on. And unfortunately, historically, they've had our number. But I think we're in pretty good shape obviously this year and then going forward.
A lot of people feel good about having this here, a sign of the success, but the C38 supporters group is a group that is there through thick and thin. I have covered this group. There have been 2 times that the Rapids have played in some of the coldest environments in North American soccer history. Yeah. They played a team from Honduras in the CONCACAF Champions League when I think it was well below 0. I believe there was another MLS game within the past few years where it was very cold, and this just shows the dedication here from the supporters group. Why do people show up when it's unbearable temperatures? What is it about the love for the Rapids that they're willing to go through this and support this team?
Well, for us, it's bigger than the badge. It's built around the badge. It's built around that burgundy love of the Rapids. But what we've done as a supporters group, which is what I am really proud of compared to some of the other sports. I mean, you go to a Broncos game, you go to a Buffs game. Am I just giving you a tell there? You go to a Rockies game, people tailgate, but they do it individually. We do it in concert. We do it organized. So our tailgates are 600, 800,000 people. It is SEC level revelry. So in that and it's all volunteers. And in that we've built such a camaraderie and community that we don't just go to support the team, we go to support each other. And it's sort of a next fan up. We want to make sure that, if my guy Justin's going to be out there when it's 4 below, and yes, he will be wearing shorts because he's crazy, we're going to be out there with him. With pants, but we'll be out there with them. We want to support each other while we support the team, and it's only cold if you think about it.
All right. Well, do you have a favorite song that you sing behind the goal?
The one we love to sing most right now is the song after we win, Rocky Mountain High. Colorado, you can't go wrong with John Denver when you're supporting a Colorado team.
I love it. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Come on, you Rapids. I think there's another phrase going on with the team right now that's got an expletive, so we'll leave that out. But go Rapids. All right, coming up, here are some of the remaining home games for the Rapids over at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City. The next one is Saturday, September 14th. And hey, when the Rapids make it to the playoffs, there could be a home game. We've got all the information on the Rapids. And if you want to be a part of the C38 supporters group, that's C38SG.com. We'll be right back.